Hello, and welcome to another Monday Night Live. Yes, Bishop Wayne and Lady Christine are here on the air once again on our TV network. We're also simulcasting to Facebook for those who might not be at home. We're also on YouTube and many more, our website, and we're thanking you all for joining. If you are on the air and happen to see us pop up, we ask you to share with someone else that Bishop and Lady are on the air tonight, ready to give you that week charge to keep going just a little bit longer and to keep pressing towards those goals that you have. There is an end and a light at the end of the tunnel, but you got to keep going to see it complete. So we hope that you all have had a wonderful week so far, a wonderful weekend, and had a good time with your families this past weekend, and even in church, your church families. We hope that you had a wonderful time. And we, as always, look forward to coming on the air to be with you and share the word of God and encouragement to everyone that might listen that will keep you going just a little bit longer. We want to also let you know that we at POGBN are also showcasing community announcements. So if you have something happening at your church, in your community, in your business, whatever it may be, as long as it's something good, we want to help push what you are doing in the community. If you have an announcement that you would like for us to showcase on the Power of God Broadcasting TV network, we ask you to email us at POF as in Frank, POF as in Foster, GBN at gmail.com. Again, that's POF GBN at gmail.com. Send us a good looking flyer of your announcement and what's happening. If you've written a book, whatever that thing may be, send it to us because we want to help you push what you have going on in your life and what God is doing for you. Bishop?
Yes, thank you, First Lady. Always a pleasure to be online again and sharing the goodness of our life and the goodness of what we're doing and how God is blessing us.
Yes.
And how God's making ways for us in this time that we're living in. And so we're going to get ready to get excited tonight. This is a Monday night. This is another push into your destiny, into your plan, into your motivation, and where we're going at, and how we're going to get there, how we're going to do it, what we need to do, what things we need to put in the right places so we can receive the results at the end.
Yes.
We've been on this series for two our live on Monday night with you, and we talk about completing, putting everything together so it can come to a head, can come to an end, and things can start moving in the direction that you needed to go in.
Right.
There's a lot of things that's happening within the body of Christ, within personal life, within your work jobs or whatever, your business, whatever it is. There's a lot of things that's going on a regular base every day. There's something that you got to do. There's something that you got to put in planning. Something you got to put in the move. Something you got to put in the areas of where you're going to.
Right.
And so now we want to deal with what God has placed on our heart for the next. We don't know what next week gonna bring.
Right.
But tonight we're gonna talk about let's bring it all together. That's it. Part two. That's try to figure out that there is something that is happening in my life, and what's happening in my life, it is causing me to move more further than I ever moved. It's causing me to really grab hold of the things that I see and the things that's coming together. But there is something is not allowing me to finish what I started, or allow me to keep moving in the areas that I know that I see myself there, but I can't bring things together. I can't get that thought there. I can't get my words there, or I can't get the object there. There's so many things run to our minds, something run to our hearts, and we're trying to complete.
Right.
And sometimes we get in a rush and we're getting a hurry, or sometimes we just don't do it because we don't have this or we don't have that. We don't know, who's gonna help me, who's not gonna help me, who's gonna do, who ain't gonna do. And sometimes we lose that focus. We lose the point of knowing what really I need to do. So when we're talking about bringing everything together, and I said, and just to get you caught up to where we was last time we spoke on this subject, and how that it's important of things that you're bringing together, or finding the right marriage person, or finding the right business partner, or finding the right church leader,
Right.
to then help you sort through the areas that you at. Now, you can't bring everybody in your plan. You can't bring everybody into what you're trying to do. I promise you, there are people that's going to be for you,
Right.
and there are going to be people against you. Some folks say get rid of the haters. I'm going to teach you different. Bring the haters on. Because if you know who's against you, then you know who you got to watch out for. So if you leave them on the outside and not worry about them, that's how sometimes we get trapped, or sometimes we get lose focus, because that's sometimes what happens to us. And many things that we have done, many ventures that we started. We look for the business partner. We look for the people that we think should be a part of it. We look for the people that we can work with.
Mm-hmm.
But what we forgot about was the ones that was against us. That only comes in your life when things going good. They only come in your life when they see something happen. Now, all the time when you was going through your problems, when you was about to stress out, you was worrying, you was going crazy, you didn't see them.
Right.
Now you are moving into some directions that they look like you about to prosper. So then let me jump on this board to make sure that they don't go nowhere. Make sure they don't do what they think they're going to do. Because I'm going to hinder that. Know them. Don't throw them away. The Bible teaches that know who your adversary is. When you know who's that's for you, who's against you, then you can understand I'm not gonna give them but so much. Even the people you think that's with you, still give them so much.
Right.
Because everybody that said they're with you is sometimes not with you. They're not helping you, but they know how to hinder you. They know how to come against you. They know how to stop you, because their job is just to be there, is to hold up whatever you're trying to finish, whatever you're trying to, work at, whatever you're trying to move to. And a lot of times it takes us more longer to get in some areas,
Mm-hmm.
or ministry, or the business, or the desires that we have to do. And the key is, and I'll share this tonight, and so you can really keep moving forward. When we lose directions of where we're going, and we don't have an idea how we need to bring it together, mm-hmm. I promise you, it will never come together.
Right.
Until you put something in the action, or in the move, mm-hmm. or where you going and what you doing, then that thing start happening. Then that thing start moving, right. Or start coming alive, mm-hmm. before you even can think about it.
Right.
And sometimes and we're working on this. We are working on this ourselves. Mm-hmm. That a lot of times when we do some things, time do get us. I mean, we know that God has shortened the days.
Yes, He is.
The days are not long like it used to be. They're really shortened. You get up in the morning, and you get up in the morning, man, it's night. It's like, dang, what I do? What I mean? Used to have all this time. When we was growing up, Mama would send us outside, and then she'll send us back in the house to do the chores. And when we go back outside, it's still daylight. And you can play for hours and hours. Now you can't do that. Now the time has shortened so much, mm-hmm. that you got to make sure every second count now. Not every hour used to be, every second count. Because now it is sometimes it's not the object to move us, but sometimes it's the planning what we do move us. And so what we want you to do tonight is to learn how to really figure out everything you need to, and just bring it together. Right. Bring it together. Let yourself know that this is what I need to do to start making some things happen in my life. Because I'm tired, number one, it could be broke. I'm tired of being frustrated. I'm tired of being outplaced. What I mean? I'm trying to fit here, fit there, and everywhere I go, I'm not fitting. I'm getting confused. I'm getting frustrated, because what you're doing is trying to find yourself in lives of people's life, and you're not fitting in them. area, or you're not moving in the direction that you need to go into. So what can happen for you when God gives you that plan or gives you that thing that He called you to do? What can really happen is when you understand that it came from God,
Right.
and he gave it to you, and He showed you, then you ain't got to worry about nobody else coming in your life to try to hinder you up from going in the direction that God has placed you to be into. So that's why you have to stay always motivated in yourself, and always keep yourself and always keep your eyes and keep your mind on the things that really moving you to who you're trying to go to. That means every day you got to go back and look at the plan, look at it. Every day you got to go back and look at that word that encouraged you 5 years ago. Go back to it.
That's right.
Don't stop, because what's happening is whatever's helping you to get you where you got you at now, don't stop it and try something else. You just got to work the clinks out. You got to work out what's happening. Then when you realize that it was something small, you can take care of it. Even if it's something big, you still take care of it. But don't stop in the mix of the screen and tell you know what, I can't do this.
Right.
I'm gonna give up on this. I'm not gonna try to put it together no more, because the more I try, the worse it gets. More I try to ask for people for help, they throw me under the belt. Like, I ain't got time for you, or or just give you a little bit of knowledge, and then they give you a little bit, and they don't give you no more. Or say something like this. Well, that's how you got to do. Go on your computer, open it up, and type this in, and you do that, and they're like, okay, what else to do?
Right.
They only want to give you enough to keep you hanging on, but not going to help you to go forward into what God is calling you into, because they don't want you to pass them, or they don't want to feel like you took their idea, ran with it, and then they didn't get no conversation from it. Here's a good plan. I'm going to give you something. I've learned this as doing business and working with people, been around quite a bit of people in our lives, and we still doing it. You know what I mean? We're not stopping because one person won't jump on board with us.
That's right.
We keep moving. You know what I mean? We're not, because they don't understand what we're doing, or they don't understand that God didn't tell me that, so I'm not going to support them. Right. That's all right. Okay. Because I said earlier, you got to have the haters. Mm-hmm. Don't never forget about the haters. They're going to be there whether you like it or not. Right. They're going to be the ones that encourage you to keep going on. Our haters did. Mm-hmm. Our haters made us really get up and pray more and ask God to give me the strength to carry out what He wants me to carry out. But when you understand that motivates you, I promise you, you won't keep going in these same cycles over and over again. When you figure out that was the one don't want to see me have anything. That's right. That's the one don't want to see me go nowhere. They don't want to see me, thank you for they prosper. They don't want to see me to have what I know that God placed in my life. And sometimes we get a motivation. I mean, man, we be up all the way on 100. And then let one situation come in our life and we all the way back to one. Because listen, in everything we do in life, I hear something that's really blessing me right now. Sometimes we cannot get it in motion. Do not go into anything that you're trying to complete in your emotions. Look at what it is. Because I'm telling you, because if you start dealing in emotions and the way you feel and what you're thinking, I promise you, every time you want to go forwards, the negative is going to be there on that point. Because in yourself, it gets to the point I can do it, but I'm not really going to go out there like that because I don't know what's going to happen. You know, if I'm going to tell you right now, First Lady can tell you, we try to complete some things that we had in the past, and then I'll go out with this crazy idea, like, you know what, honey, I just like this idea. The man said just give him $1,000, and man, we're gonna blow up. You know what I mean? So we was about to finish one plan on one project that we're doing, and then here goes something else came and moved me all over the place to where I spent $1,000 and we back to square one again. Didn't finish it because the money that I used her lady, I couldn't finish to pay off what we need to do to finish the project and finish the plan. So all I had to do is go back and say, okay, we got to restructure. We got to replan again. Right. And then, watch this. Sometimes when you haven't figured out, first thing you'll say, I just need a little bit more won't hurt. You know what I mean? I got another couple of thousand over there. 1,000 ain't going to hurt. But when you move it from what you're trying to do and complete something, it can hurt it. It can set it back. Then it costs time that we don't have. You lose. You can't get it back. Then you lose other things in the process of that, and you can't get it back. Right. I don't care how much folks tell you, oh, you can get it back. Just hold on. Just keep going. It's going to come back, and you find out later, it didn't come back. You got to keep going back. So I'm trying to tell you, in the wisdom of things that God is doing in our life, he wants to, listen, we're learning this more powerful in our life now than we learned, 5-7 years now, about completing some things. You know what I mean? Or getting some things under control that we have more control of it. Mostly, y'all gonna laugh at me when I say this. That's all right. A lot of us need to get control over our time. Right. Because you can spend too much time in something and lose everything. I know y'all ask me, what time? Man, I got time in the world to do what I need to do. No, you don't. We do not have time to waste no more. Right. The Bible said, why is day? Because when night comes, no man can work. Why the daylight? Why you can see? Why you can visualize? Why you can go forward? Is your plan is why I got this opportunity now. Right. I need to work on it right now. I need to put it together. I need to complete it. So when the time comes for me to move forward, for me to go forward in life, then I'm already straightened out. But if I keep saying, you know what, I'm going to wait. I got time. We do not have time. I'm telling y'all, I'm saying this real loud tonight. You don't have time to waste no more. You don't have time to figure out that I can put this together, I can put that together, and then after I put it together, man, it's going to work out. And you forgot about, you wasted half of it. You're not focused on it. Right. You're not moving to it. I'm telling you, First Lady is a very motivation person that keeps us always on time of scheduling and appointments. You know what I mean? I'm here tonight because she makes sure I'm home at 6:30 to get on live on our TV networks, all on our platforms. You know what I mean? And that's to do what we need to do. Right. You know what I mean? That's working. You know, you just can't go, well, what we need to plan for that. We don't need to plan for that. What we need to plan? Why? But you still have to make provision for that. Right. Because if you don't, then anything can come. And my God, I'm going to be honest with y'all. And please, when you hear this, you say amen to this. Oh, thank you, Jesus. He's right. You know what can happen? I normally leave my house 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. A lot of times I don't come back until 7 or 8 at night. And you would think I got a whole lot of confidence. Sometimes I only made 2 stops. Listen what Bishop said. Bishop, you need to ask God to help you with that. Sometimes I only made 2 stops. Because let me tell you something. There are a lot of times people come in your life and they don't really listen. Y'all, when I say this, I'm not picking on nobody. I'm not making anybody feel funny. I'm not causing you to not talk to Bishop. But there's some people come in your life to hold you up. They talk about the same thing over and over and again. I mean, you can explain the situation or the plan or whatever it is, and then I'm the type of man, I don't say, excuse me, I'm on time, man. I gotta get to my point, man. I'll just sit there, keep talking to him. Yeah, I understand. That's right. Wait, Bishop, I got one more thing I want to ask you. Well, see, that then caused me to lose out time. Because, yes, I know what y'all saying. Well, Bishop, you want to bless somebody. Did you help them, Bishop? Yes. But the motive is to get to what I need to get to so I could stay on what? My time. So I can get some things accomplished that I need to accomplish. Did y'all catch that? I didn't say we are here to bless other people. We are here to help other people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't bless people. I'm not saying don't help people. But sometimes we can spend too much time helping somebody else out and we get lost in the shuffle. And we don't never complete it because you know what? I went over there, helped them out, and I had to help the mama out, I had to help the cousin out, I had to help the aunt came over, then Bob came down the street. Then before I realized I'm helping everybody out. Right. We missed it because we have not stayed focused on our time. That's right. Everything has to have a great timing and position. Let me share some things with me. I got a couple minutes before the lady take my spot. You know, I know she hot. We always stay hot, but you know, we give knowledge. You know, these are good nuggets, y'all. You know, these are free nuggets. You know, I mean, I can't say some things because they're working on Bishop. Stop talking all the time. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You give your whole life away. You know, some people need to, and I'm understanding that our time is valuable. You know what I mean? I'm always, you know what I mean? I spend a lot of time out on the work field,
Right.
and then I meet a lot of people, and people are telling me now to Bishop, you know, you have to calm yourself down and have put the thing in some special places thing now, because you know you tell everybody about what you're doing, they're not gonna respect you. Oh no, y'all are not talking right. These folk gonna respect me. They church folk. Church folk ain't never lead you wrong. Church folk ain't gonna never talk about you. Church folk ain't gonna steal from you. Church folk ain't gonna mess you up. Come on now. Y'all talking about church folk. I'm telling you your wisdom tonight that when you understand you can be too busy in other things that God don't want us to be into or even have anything to do with it, but we are finding out I gotta help them or I gotta be there for them. I gotta do this and I gotta do that. I'm learning now that most of my time will hang around folk that really didn't want to help me and didn't really want me to be focused on where I was going at. I couldn't understand that. I was too busy feel like I can save them, I can help them, I can motivate them, or I can put them in a situation that really can help them. Right. But you know what happened? They couldn't even help themselves. They couldn't even motivate their own self. Mm-hmm. So you know what happened to me? They drained all the energy out of me. And this lady went deep on that one. They throw all the life out of you. Just suck you right on up. And then when you have no more life, and they feel like you depressed, worried, frustrated, then they go to somebody else and do the same thing. I hear the Lord saying tonight, this is something that didn't come on to us. We didn't even got this on the script, but I hear the Lord say, sometimes, or thank you for the lady, well, we don't have no scripts. We don't deal in the scripts. We deal off the wisdom and knowledge that God has blessed us with. You know what I mean? What we talking from you always on Monday night is wisdom. It's good nuggets. You know what I mean? I think we need to call this not live or First Lady Bishop. We should call this good nuggets because there's a lot of things that we are learning that as we stay on this plan that God has given us, we understand a lot of hits. We understand a lot of things that we have lost going forward. But God is trying to say, hey, if you really love me and you care for me, help my brothers and sisters that are in need of assistance. Mm-hmm. And I'm showing you earlier that when you help the right person, they come back and say, First Lady, you blessed me. Mm-hmm. First Lady, you encourage me. Right. First Lady, you motivate me. Mm-hmm. Those are ones that you are supposed to be in partner with and that can help you. They appreciate your time. Mm-hmm. They appreciate your motive. They appreciate the ideals that you have placed in their life. I'm understanding anybody, boy, I'm going to tell y'all going to get happy when I say this one. Anybody that you do something for, if they never come back and say, thank you, you don't need to help them no more. Because they don't appreciate the values that you have given them. Mm-hmm. Do you know what our mother and father used to teach us when we was growing up? They would say, they should always say, yes, ma'am. No, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. You know why? Because they was teaching us to respect. When you bless somebody in your life, I hear somebody say, I don't want nobody to say anything. I don't even want them to recognize me. I don't want them to even call my name. That's fine. You are absolutely right. Because we don't do anything same way for glory or for fame. I mean, no, we don't. But just sometimes it can be appreciated when people come back to you and say, I appreciate you. I thank you because what you have spoken in my life came alive. No, it's not that we looking to receive something, but when you go through some things, you want to know if your time has been worth it. Right. If the things that you're doing, you're not wasting your time. Mm-hmm. You're putting every respectful hour, moment in the right position so they can count out for something. Because I'm talking about completing. And all this is what hinder us from really going forward and things in life. Because we don't understand the positions that when we waste valuable time, Everybody that's watching us, everybody that ever come across this, remember your time is valuable. Remember that what you put in now can help you later.
That's
If you
right.
do it right now, it will follow you later and it will come out to a greater results. But you got to make sure you put that right time in. You got to make sure you do the right things when you need to do it. Don't wait on everybody else to give you that right answer or that thing you're looking for, because they probably never give it to you, or they probably never ever find you out and define you and give you a word. But when God placed something on you and He put it in your spirit and He put it in your heart, you guard that, because that's something that God wants you to speak now. And when you speak it now, it will come out later for great results. You got to understand that where we're going somewhere.
Right.
We're really going somewhere. It's getting ready. It's blowing up now. It is taking off scene. God is doing some things that we didn't plan to go the way we want to go. And I know that a lot of times you say, well, they're not going to do it. They start things and they never finish things. Them things are over with. We're learning how to complete things. Well, I started a whole lot of programs in my day and time. I started a whole lot of businesses. Yes, they did fall. Yes, they did hit me in the head. But today, I do what I do the best. And that's why we were successful today, because I understood I can't do everything everybody wants me to do. Right. That's why I was all over the place. Because this one say, I think we can go this way. I think we can do that. I think this is the right time. And then we tried all that. And then the Lord tell me, say, do what I called you to do. Right. Do what I gave you to do. And I will provide for you. That's right. And He done just that. He didn't provide me in areas. He provided all kinds of plan that we had. You got to understand that when God sees you completing it, how can I complete it? For they get ready to come on, we're over time. How can you complete some things? By whatever you write down, and further you're gonna pick this up and finish this a little bit more with it. Whenever you put things on paper, you have to have and my wife is great in this, and I can support her in this area. She's a great organizer. When she plans her things, she plans it to the T. That's what you need in anything you do. You got to have a start point, you got to have a focus point, and you got to have an ending point. And what all those three will make a finished product. Right. Whatever you're doing, you got to have a starting point. You can't keep starting, and never finish. Right. You can't keep starting and talk about it in the middle stream and never finish it. Tonight, you want to say, I'm completing some things in life. I'm finishing some areas. I'm taking over. That's right. I'm not no more going to somebody else and never get to where I need to get to. Listen to us tonight. That's completing things. Come on, first lady. I know you used up her 10 minutes, but it's all good. Well, thank you, Bishop. Thank you, each and every person that is watching and that will watch. We thank you for your support and sharing this video, sharing our lives. We, as Bishop was talking about bringing it all together, I had so many things running through my mind. Bishop said we don't have any scripts. We never know which way God's leading. We just kind of go with what God has given us. And as I was thinking and listening to Bishop talking, one of the last things he just said was talking about writing down your plan. And on our network Saturday, I began to tell the women or woman to woman, that you got to have a dream, and a lot of times women, men, children, or whatever, I want to tell you, do not give up your dream. Never stop believing in the thing that's in your heart. Sometimes it's things that come in our lives, things that we started off doing, or maybe you wanted to do, it didn't end up the way you thought, but never stop working on your dream. If you make a mistake, or if it doesn't turn out the way you wanted to the first time, get back up, brush yourself off, and rewrite the plan. And next time you already know what's not going to work. So this time you got a little bit of a head start, but got to keep writing your plan. So one of the things that I'm doing even more now is, writing down what it is that I want to do. When it comes to our business, every day, I have things that I'm working on, but by the end of the day, whatever I haven't finished, I have to rewrite my plan, put it in order of what's most important versus what's not. And
I can rest in the evening. So sometimes we are not able to rest because we haven't written down what's on the inside of you that's, moving on the inside of you. It's something that you can't even sleep. So if you would get up, take that notebook that's sitting next to your bed, and if you don't have one, I have a dream journal that I'm giving out on Woman to Woman for a small donation. But it's to give you that push, something to write this dream, your journal, to log down the things that you're working on, put it in action, begin to put it down on paper. When I began to put things on paper, I can rest. Now it's not up here in my mind. It's somewhere I can look at it. And now I'm like, I can look at it and say, okay, with the help of God, maybe what I thought I needed to do all tomorrow, I remember, well, this is not really due tomorrow. I don't need to do that this week. I can put this to Thursday. So now I know what's going on Thursday is separated from what I definitely need to do tomorrow. So writing down your plan, taking that moment to do a brainstorm every morning or do it at night before you go to bed so you can sleep, and then get up in the morning with that plan to work towards. It will keep you focused and motivated. And on that point, we're talking about being focused. Most of us have a camera, and the old school camera, the ones that we can buy in the store and just click and then give it back to the photographer who's gonna put the pictures and bring them all into clear focus so that we can see them. Sometime when you're looking and you're getting ready to take pictures, when you look through the camera, it's not all in focus. It's sometimes blurry. And that's the way things are when we're trying to put it together. We can't see sometimes the end or the middle from the beginning. But if we begin to write it down on paper, then we can step back and begin to put things in focus. And now I can take from plan A, I've written down 1 through 10 of the things that I want to do. Now I can look at item 1 and say, okay, now in order to do this, I need to do this, this, and this. And now I can have a checklist of getting towards those things that I'm trying to accomplish. And eventually, I'm able to see one of those things on my vision plan, or we can create a vision board that we look up at every day that helps me to see what it is that I am trying to accomplish. So focus is key. That is one of the main things that we have trouble with today, because we have so many things, so many distractions that go on and happen throughout the day. We got our phones ringing. The phone itself is not ringing. The Facebook Messenger is dinging. Then you got Instagram that might be dinging. You got messages that are coming through. All kinds of ways to keep you distracted and you're off focus. So what I started doing is sometimes I have to put my phone on silent where it's vibrating, and I have it in front of me where I can see. All right. But those sounds are not ringing. So because those sounds are not ringing, now I'm able to focus on what I have on my to-do list and try to get it done. All right. So you got to find those ways to keep yourself focused. So let's take a ride right now in our mind. Let's take a ride. We are getting ready to go through a tunnel. All of us have driven through a tunnel at one point in time or another. And when we're driving through a tunnel, there's only 2 lanes. One is coming in one direction and one is going in another. But in order to get where you're going, you don't have very much to look at. All you see is the car in front of you, and you see the light, or you're looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. But in order to get there, you really, really, really have to keep your focus on where you're going, so you don't merge over into the wrong lane or run into the vehicle in front of you. So a lot of times, if you want to start thinking of the things that you're trying to do and keeping your focus, imagine yourself in a tunnel. And this is what keeps us a lot of time from accomplishing the things that we have to do, because we're so busy sometimes looking at maybe, what somebody else has done, and you're still trying to do what you got to do. And it's not happening as fast as maybe it is for the other person. Don't worry about what the other person is doing. Put your blinders up so that you can keep your focus on what it is that God has given you to do. Stay focused on them. Rah, rah. Sis boom ba, cheer on the other ones as they're going, yes, but you have to keep focused on what it is that God has given you to do. You got to keep focused, just like you're in that tunnel. where you don't see and you don't hear all of the noise, all of the distractions, all of the things that are the devil is telling you you can't do it, that it can't be done. You don't have enough money for it. You know, there's no way in the world that God called you to do this. Who you think you are? These are the things that the devil says to us. But as I say always, the dogs don't bark at parked cars. And that means if you have a vision, if God has assigned your hands something to do, the devil is not going to have you just get out there and go do it without a fight, because you're not a parked car. There's something big at the end of whatever it is that God has given you to do. So because it's something big, you have to stay focused. You have to get inside the tunnel. You have to get inside of the tunnel so you don't see what's happening on the other side, but you're focused on what God has assigned your hands to do. So as you stay focused, as you begin to keep writing those plans every day, as you begin to work out those plans every day, eventually, whatever's on that list, you're going to be able to start checking off. You're going to be able to start checking this off. Young lady in our church was seeking after not a degree, but a certain certification, and she had to keep going towards it and going towards it. And I know it wasn't easy, but we helped her celebrate the fact that she achieved that goal. And as soon as she finished that, I said, what's the next goal? Because you got to always keep something in front of you. You got to always keep something in front of you. And the reason you want to keep working towards, stay in that tunnel so you can work towards that vision that God has given you, is because where God guides, he will always provide. So if you have been working on your vision behind the scenes, you don't have to tell everybody, but you just begin to work on it. Allow God to keep pouring into you. And as he pours, you begin to write and work it out. And what's going to happen is somebody's going to come and offer you the provision for the vision that God has given you. And you're going to be ready because you didn't allow all those distractions and all of those other things that sometimes we get ourselves into to hinder you from getting what God wants you to do done. We have 24 hours in a day, and we make our schedule. And every now and then, I have to tell myself, step back and let's count up the cost. How much time do I have to do this? If I want to get it done, I might not only have, but maybe an hour and a half to work on this today. But if I keep working on it, I'm going to achieve that goal. That's the way you have to be. I got to put in time so that I can get to this accomplishment. Whatever it is that I'm trying to do, I have to apply myself. And sometimes we're putting ourselves into so many different things that we don't have time to see the things that God has given us come to fruition because we're not working on the vision. So take a walk with me. Ride in the tunnel. Stay in the tunnel. Don't worry about what's on the outside. Keep your eyes and focus on God and begin to work your plan. And I guarantee you are going to get it done. And where God guides, he always provides money and whatever you need, people to push the vision that is in you.
Yes. And so understand a great point First Lady brought, you know what I mean? And what excites you, it should motivate you.
That's right.
If it excites you, it gets you that. I'm going to tell you what excites me. When I get up every morning, I know that the projects we're doing, when I get to my job sites and I see the guys working, and I see them putting the plan together, that excites me. It gets me in another gear that, you know what, I see other things that I need to get moved on to. And so some things that you keep working, when you work at them, find what excites you. Find out what makes you get excited about what you're doing. Find out what makes you happy that you're doing it and you're getting to what you're finishing it. And sometimes when you keep moving, it'll keep you going. It won't put you to a point to bring you down because we're going to be truthful to you. There's a lot of times that we come in life, a lot of things, throw us off of giving the motivation. Those are one of the hardest things. You can have everything in plan, money, the right people, and sometimes you can get in where you get disencouraged. Like, why do I feel depressed today? Why do I feel like I can't move? Why do I feel like I can't do it? But you have to get to a point that you get back to that point where, you know what, I'm going. But I know when I go, excites me. It puts me in the mood.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Everybody make you go to your job. When you get your job, well, I know I'm gonna make some money this week. I can pay my bill.
Right.
I can pay this. So you get up every morning, you get excited because at the end of that week or 2 weeks, you're gonna get a paycheck. So that motivates you. That makes you get up in the morning. You know what I mean? You might go do a job for somebody. And you did the work. And when you did the work for that individual, they paid you. It motivates you to get up. You know what I mean? Find something that motivates you.
That's right.
To get up. Find something in your life that you can look at every day. Like first they say, write that vision down. Put that board in front of you and say, I must do this today. And tomorrow I gotta do this. Right. Because I'm not gonna quit no more. I'm stopping today.
Quitting is not an option.
That I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna stop no more. I'm not gonna keep letting people get in my life and keep hindering me to never going forward. I'm gonna make a stop on this right now. I'm gonna keep my focus. I'm gonna get to the end of this tunnel, like first they said. I'm gonna stay focused. If I move out of the lane, I'm gonna hit somebody and I'm gonna die, or I'm gonna be hindered, and then I'm gonna be to a place I can't finish it.
That's right.
Or I might get to the point I might hit the person in front of me, and I still came to an end result, or I came to a point in my life that might cripple me, that I can't finish it because I let one thing hinder me from going forward.
Right.
God said I can do this. God said He gonna bring it together. God said He knows who to bring in my pathway. Yes, so I'm looking for them people. But if you don't motivate yourself, they can't find you.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell you, they can't find you. But if you do one thing, I shared it with First Lady today. We're talking about in the ministry, we're talking about dark. Pray to God that speak to those dark situations. Right. Thank you, First Lady. Speak to them, right? So watch this real quickly. When you understand the people that brings light shines on areas that brings attention. Light brings attention. Darkness can't bring attention because you can't see it. But if you just start bringing yourself in situations that are dark and bring light in there, what you mean, Bishop? You mean get the flashlight out? What you mean? Bring a light so we can see me? No. Do you not know when you stand in front of a light? Not just like now, we're on our TV, right? We're in front of you right now in these cameras, right? We have lighting on in the background. And the lighting makes me and First Lady looks bright. But if I cut off some of these lights that we have, we're gonna look dark. You're gonna say, well, you can see us, but the light brings a part of your life. Thank you, First Lady. It shows who you really are. It shows where you're at. So I'm trying to tell you to get excited about that. Shine the light where it needs to be shining. Put yourself in places that you'll glow. If people look at you, oh my God, do you see so? They're really glowing today. They really look awesome today. Right. They look really powerful today. What you saying to me, Bishop? Quit going out your house half dressed. No, I'm talking about when you go out half dressed. If the outfit is not matching with your pants or your dress or your shoes ain't matching with the outfit, okay, here you go, boy, you hitting it real hard today. You come out with a black shirt. Black goes to anything. Nothing black, you can put black on with blue pants. And then you can throw something on that would offset with something with white in it, or maybe something yellow in it. You know what I mean? This necklace or probably like First Lady do it. You know what I mean? You can find something. And then somebody see you, and the first thing they say, oh, they look nice. I like that outfit on you. It's beautiful on you. Right. Understand this. I'm getting more clarification when I'm talking about this. Everybody can't wear black because it even make you look even darker, or it makes you even look sad. I'm not talking about your color. I'm done trying to show you something. Right. You can put on purple, because purple is my favorite color. Right? So we can put on purple. Some purples will bring my skin complexion out even more brighter. And if I get to a excited point in my life and I'm happy, focusing off on the purple I got on and saying, ooh, that outfit looks nice on you. Did you see that? Sometimes you can bring in your life the brightness. What you wear, what you do, and how you do it. Right. Get up in the morning. Throw on the bestest outfit you got in your house. Don't you take on the worst stuff. I'm talking about find the best clothes or find the best thing that fits you, that somebody can say in your life, wow, you look good in that, or you look blessed in that. And you can be broke that day.
Yeah.
You can be so broke, you had about $2, and they look and say, man, you look blessed. Because you understand the beauty is on the outside.
It's how you feel.
It's how you feel. And you bring that from in
with the inside
out. The people that's around you can understand how much you're blessed. And I'm gonna tell you, I can go out right now and people know if I'm gonna work because they see me in my clothes sometimes. Oh, boss come to work. Or they'll say boss is in the good boy clothes. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I have on my my bracelet, my gold bracelet, or I might have on my watch and Gucci watch. You know what I mean? I don't wear it for the think people I got the bling bling on me. You know, those things you have to do not to impress people, but to make yourself feel good. That's what I'm only saying to you in completing some things. How you complete them is how you finish the out results. When you look at the situation, if they said, I don't know why you're doing this, you change it so they can say, I know why you're doing this. If they say to you, I won't give up, you change it around and say, I can't wait till you finish it. That's how you get a part of something. When you make people believe in you to what you say you're gonna do. You come and you that's watching us like First Lady said, through TV, to Facebook, to YouTube, all these other platforms that God blessed us to be a part of. What motivates us the most in what we do is we motivate ourselves. We make sure that we come on here and give you something that will make you say, I want to keep cutting them on. I want to keep watching them. I want to stay motivated with them.
Right.
We have to keep that going on. Because there are people come on. We do see, because we have a TV showing it right now. We have a face thing showing me right now. We have our YouTube showing us stuff. We have things that we see that who's watching us right now, who ain't, people commenting on, people going on, people comment, some may see that. So it lets us know that I always say, and I came on the broadcast for the first time, the Lord gave me a word, and that was what?
One soul,
one church, and one convenience.
One person.
Yeah. She messing up the plan.
Messed it up.
She see? That's why you gotta keep saying it. So you can remember what we say. One person, one church, and one community. That's all we try to reach. We don't try to reach the whole world, but we reach who we try to reach. And one person's always come on this line. So I encourage First Lady where we had 10 showed up, where we had 20 showed up, where we have, after a while we look at the view list, and sometimes we have 100, we have 500. We have to hit sometimes close to 1,000. It goes, but we don't get lost. We had one video sometimes, one person looked at it. We all God, I need to give up. And nobody want to look at me. No, it's got to keep moving. It's got to keep us in charge. Then we got to go back and look at, okay, we got to complete some things for later. Well, our numbers are dropping. Our numbers can't drop. We got to keep moving. So that's why we have to keep bringing things to you, because you motivate us. You keep us going forward. And a good leader, boy, I'm about to preach some word up in here today. A good leader knows how to bring something to keep his people keep following. Whether it's a woman or man, a good leader knows how to bring that thing in and keep people following.
Yes.
Keep people motivated. Keep people want to say, you know what? I got this thing. Boy, I know I got to keep moving. Oh, I got to keep doing. Yes. I can't quit down. I got to keep going forward. And when you do this, it all comes back. All right, First Lady, we're getting ready to go. Our time is up. I appreciate all your comments. Somebody see the comment. We always respond to you. We always love you. We always keep you on our hearts and our minds. We always do it. I'm going to end out in a prayer always. Somebody told me the other day, said, Bishop, thank you. I didn't know y'all pay attention to that, but somebody did mention it to me, and I forgot to share it with First Lady. Somebody did mention and say, you know what? You're faithful. Thank you for the prayer. Yes. Man, I didn't do that for that. I do it because the Lord laid on my heart that I end this broadcast, as well as it's live on Sunday morning, that we care for you.
Right.
That's all it is. We're not so busy that we cannot drop a little prayer. Somebody called me the other day. First lady can tell me, don't even go to our church. He's one of my workers on one of my jobs. Said, Bishop, can you say a prayer for me?
That's right.
Yes. That's what it's all about. Encouraging and helping someone else. Let's go. Father God, in the name of Jesus, thank you once again for the goodness and the mercy that you have brought a part of our life. Thank you for giving us the victory. Thank you for giving us a plan. Thank you for giving us the things that we complete in our life. That we're no more in darkness. We're no more in situations that we'll keep fighting. We're battling and we're struggling and we can't get through. I pray, God, that you will help people today that watch this live.
Yes.
Watch the programs. And they get to a place in their life, and God, they got in a place they needed just one more prayer to bring them through it, God. Lord, I pray today that you will touch their hearts, their minds, their souls, their ability to get up and become the life in their life. Put the plan in their life and help them to figure it out to where they're confused, where they don't know what to do, where all the darks are coming against them, all the weak darks that's coming against their life and trying to destroy them, God. I pray that you will bring peace in their life. I pray that you'll bring the decisions and let them make the right decisions. That the things that come together, God. God, we give you glory. We give you praise. We give you honor, God, for what you're doing and what you're getting ready to do. Because we see some awesome things that's getting ready to take place in our life. And God, we are ready for them. You setting us up and we're ready to go through it, God. We're ready to do it. Our hands are open, God. Our minds are ready to do what you call us to do, God. We are psyched about it, God, for what you're doing and how you're doing it. We thank you. We praise you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Until we come back on Monday with another live with Bishop and First Lady, you'll be blessed and peace.